It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features Jerome Ford. He got his steps in last week, 121 yards on the ground. It's the Browns and the Patriots on Monday night.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
First down, they'll start with Algier. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's third down. You look at this Browns defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air and take it right on the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. On second down now, it's Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford. 50 yards. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Let's take it inside his own 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Ford pushes past him. The solid stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Browns at 10-2 on the year, and they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Tua's throw into the hands of Fant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to pass. Tua. And down he They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Walker. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's Ford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Starting the drive with Algier. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 3rd down and very long. They'll run for it with Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Watson. But, oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Draw play to Ford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 191 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On first down, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey, to check on the Giants. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Trey Lance leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Josh Allen sharp in the victory as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. This is Ford. Burst by him near the 35. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Second and a couple. Here's Watson, option left. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now a give, right side. Ford. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On first down, it's Ford fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. My, oh my, 237 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And some strong running. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Ford. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Jerome Ford taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. You got the big lead. A field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. A scramble for it. I think. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the... It's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Browns on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Brown Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too come in off the bye, so we should have two. And we draw. under the lights. First drive of the contest. They will start this drive with Ford. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Right back to him on first down. Powers through. And some room to run now. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards to go, second down. On the ground, it's Ford. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Delay of game, offense.
What's up, man?
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, they missed. Time to take you back into the ball game. It's a red zone alert as this defense faces a 1st and 10 in the final minute of the opening quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Again, it's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that it may...
So this offense now on the edge of the red zone at the 20, 1st and 10. They run with Ford. Wiggles free. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jerome Ford taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up...
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And out. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 112 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. Able to fight through one tackle. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the... They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now a give right side. It's Ford. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, Ford. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is into the end end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Walker. There's the stiff arm. And fights through one man. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Walker, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Bind, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
On one, ready?
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Jerome Ford. He's coming off an incredible effort with...
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Ford. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Browns at 12-2 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
On 2nd down now, it's Ford, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's David Ojabo there for the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Ford. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
These two teams all tied after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On second down, it's Ford. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Up the middle they go. Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down now, Sloan nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Sloan, and he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. In motion, right one of the tight ends. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this Browns defense stands tall. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Again, they turn to Ford. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcast. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now a give right side. It's Ford. Takes it to about the 37.
Holding offense.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Still first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd down, it's Ford. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
On second down now, it's Ford, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 97 yards rushing for him now to this point. The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on third and inches.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Ford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Here we go. The Browns will go for two. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Jackson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now a give right side. Sloan. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sloan. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, Sloan. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. You talk about this Bengals defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Here we go on 4th down. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Ford. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They begin with a run by Smith. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Smith last time out: 14 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
The throw over the middle taken in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. You look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Second down and 6 now, as they've got it as we resume action. On second down, here's Smith again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game. And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
This is Ford. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter. Ford. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 118 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Draw play to Ford. And able to get this to the 31. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Ford. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on New. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Now a 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Ford, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Ford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. And they run the option on 2nd down. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a give right side. Ford. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Ford. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And that makes it 14-10. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. To the air again, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
11.
Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is caught. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 17-14. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Here's second down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's 4th, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On first down, 4. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's second down. Now a give right side. It's 4th, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bills and the...
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And off we go from Cleveland.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Browns at 12-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
3rd down and 1. Now a give, right side. It's Ford, and shutting him off, now open field. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle they go. Ford. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jerome Ford punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
On play action, Allen steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We look at this Browns defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's fourth. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
135 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3.
Up the middle they go.
4. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So we've reached halftime.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the Bills are going to recover. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Allen will try again on second down. And that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get the momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Ford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and one is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change, and we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know, but I'll guarantee you some.
And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And down to the 19-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
On the ground, it's Ford.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They run with Ford. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, 203 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Able to push his way through. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerome Ford
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Browns have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
To the air, Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Operating from the gun, Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And the Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this 3rd quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he got the orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom.
One yours, wasn't mine, all right? They brought the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 231 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. On 1st down, it's Ford, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Watson off play action, rolling to his right, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. Fighting through it. He's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. To throw is Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Allen.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Allen.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford pushing his way through. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford.
A 23-yard run.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. It'll be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. One final try here for Allen. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Ford. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making a
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Taken in at the 22. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned.
There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 29. 41 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Jerome Ford taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Ravens taking the field. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
He's got Lewis. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll throw on first down with Jackson on the move. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Jackson options out left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, good move. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They will start this drive with 4.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Ford. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Ford. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now a give right side. It's Ford. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 2nd down, it's Ford, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Ford. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down now, it's Ford. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
On second down, it's Ford. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 198 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. On first down, Ford. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Ford. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Ford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Ford. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Forced out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now a give, right side. 4. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now. It's Ford. He gets away from 1. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 4th down, Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Bust through the tackle.
And he will have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
Now a give, right side. It's Ford. Escapes the defender.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew.